Hey, hi guys. Okay, hope you guys are doing well. Okay, guys, school asked us to record one review lesson for the final exam. So that's the whole purpose for this video. If you get it on time, so review it. It might help you for the exam review. But like I teach my content during class, and I tell you like, okay, you don't need to review anything if you listen my class carefully. If you are attentive during lesson, then you don't need this video. But for some of them, those who play on phone or something, maybe they might require this video. So just have a look. Okay, so what we're gonna do, the purpose of this video is like it's a recorded lesson. So I don't think, if you by the time you get this video, you can ask any question. But by the time, if you're watching this video, you find something which is like, okay, you really wanna know, okay, then you can send me a line message. But I'm not sure, like, okay, if you're gonna send me a line message late night or something, if I'm gonna reply. But during daytime, if I check my phone, definitely I'll reply. But ask me the genuine problem. Don't ask me like, Mr. Kumar, if this problem is there in exam, if this problem is there in exam. Guys, it's math. Every problem from the every topic, every problem cannot be there in exam. But yeah, some problem will be there, but the number will be changed. And make sure you practice each and everything. Don't spend too much time. As long as you can, what do you call it? You know the concept, you know the formula, you're okay. Just look at the worksheet. If you find something difficult, just review that one. So first of all, let me open your exam content and we discuss as per the exam content. Okay. Let me see if this recording is in progress. Okay, yeah. Okay. Mhm. Final exam content M4. Okay. Hmm. Okay, guys. Hope you can see my screen. Okay, here you go. Let's talk about this first. What you have here is exam content. Okay, I think I already showed you this one during class. Okay, now let's look at here. First part. These are the topic which we were talking about. Inverse of exponential and inverse of logarithmic. This one which I quickly reviewed during class. Okay, but this one we actually learned just before the midterm, and I told you this topic will not be there during for the midterm exam, and this topic will be there for the final exam. So but we have learned this one thoroughly, and all the worksheet and everything is there in your Google Classroom, and we quickly review like half an hour for this. But again, I'll teach you here again. Let's look at here. If y is given as b to the power x, there b cannot be 1, so that's called a exponential function. If we have to find the inverse for exponential, so first step, okay, so first step will be change input as a output, output as a input. Here the output is y, input is x. Replace that as x and y. So this become your input now, and this become your output now. So now our aim is to find this new y. So we write log here, base is b, and x is equal to y. So this become a logarithmic function. So this is what we were practicing previous class. Okay, so that's how you remember it. So let's look at the example here. If y is given as 2 to the power x, Okay, so if you have to find the inverse of this, so what you gonna do? Replace x as y as x. So x equal to 2 to the power y, and then write log base is 2x will be the new y. So that's become the inverse. Let's look at this some example based on this, and then we'll continue to the next part. Okay, let me clear this and stop. Okay. Hmm. Inverse of exponent. Yeah. Inverse of exponential function. Yeah. There you go. Sorry. Okay. Okay, guys. So let's look at here. First one. Look at number one, and let's go for number, let's say 7 and 8. Okay, that's it. So this one is easy. Let's think about this. What we're gonna do? We'll write x is equal to 4 power y. So that's your first part done. Now your aim is to find this new y. So how do we write this? We write log base is your 4, x is equal to y. So rewrite the answer as y is equal to log with base 4x. Done. That's the final answer. Okay. Now if you understand this one, can you just think about number 7 and 8? Okay, I'll write the general form for you. So exponential is y is equal to b to the power x, and log will be y equal to log base is b and x. Let's think about number 7. Okay. Okay, that's a recorded lesson. So even if you have any doubt, I don't think you can speak up there. But maybe you can send me a text message or something. Or you can discuss with your friends in your personal line group. And if everybody is struggling, then send me a line message. Okay, let's talk about number 7. Do the first step, replace x as y as x. Okay, so this become x equal to 10 to the power y over 3. So now, so y over 3 equal to log base is 10 x. Remember, we don't write log with base 10. If base is not given, it's automatically 10. And then we have to find y. So y will be what happened to this 3. This side divides, so this side multiply. 3 times of log x. Done. Okay. Now let's talk about number 8. In number 8, some number 8 and number 1. What's the difference? What is different here? It looks the same. But think about this, pause the video and try to do it. And then I'll write the answer and then check your answer. Okay. Okay. Look at here. Let's replace the first step. X equal to 4 power y and plus 8. Let's start from here. So how this one is different than number 1? So guys, first part is move 8 this side. X minus 8, 4 power y, and then write y equal to log with base 4 and x minus 8 whole thing. Done. Make sure you put x minus 8 into a bracket. Don't write log with base 4x and then minus 8. If you write something like this part, if you're writing it like this, y is equal to log base 4 x minus 8, it means log with base 4 has only x and then minus 8, which is wrong. Okay, you have to put the bracket. Okay, yep. So this is basically what you call finding inverse of exponential function. So I think this one is done. Hope you remember this. And I think this much is enough. This much review is enough. Okay, maybe one multiple choice, one written part, nothing more than that. Okay, let's go for inverse of log. Okay, so let me stop this one here, and then let me open the another part, which is inverse of log. Okay, guys, let's look at here. So, yeah, this is what we were discussing just now. If base is not given, then what's the base? First of all, change x as y, y as x. So this become x equal to log minus 2y. Now, there is no base. So base cannot be 1 because if base is 1, 1 power anything gonna be 1. So that's not going to be an exponential function. To make sure that's an exponential function, you need to make sure base need to be something else other than 1. Okay, so let's go for it. Okay, so base is 10 power x equal to minus 2y. So y will be divided both side by minus 2. So y need to be 10 power x divided by minus 2. So I'll write 2 here, minus I'll write it here. Okay, just to be safe. Now, can you practice number 2, number 4, number 5, and 6? Okay, everything is here. Okay, I leave the video running and then you just practice this one. I'll give you answer in 1 minute. I'll quickly drink some water, guys. I'll be back 1 second. Hey, sorry. So did you get the answer? Okay. Now look at here. So this one base is 1 over 4 power y, make it as x. So 1 over 4 whole power as y power 5. So y need to be this fifth root of that. So 1 over 4 whole power x, and then this can be written as fifth root. Okay. Or 1 over 4 whole power x over 5, or 1 power anything will be 1. So 1 over 4 power x over 5. So 4 x power x over 5, or 1 over 4 fifth root of 4 power x. Done. So any form of answer will be okay. So let me clear this one all. And then let me show you another number. Okay, 3 more. Okay, let me clear this. Okay, so this one is 3 power, the y become x. So 3 power x, 4 power y minus 4. So take it here, 3 power x plus 4 is 4 power y. So y will be log with base 4, 3 power x plus 4. Done. 3 power, yeah, correct. Okay. Now let's go for number 5. So 2 power x will be equal to 3y cube. So divide by 3. So y cube will be equal to 2 power x divided by 3. So y will be 2 power x divided by 3 and cube root. That's our whole power 1 over 3. Okay. Now let's me clear all first because I need a space to write. Now number 6. Okay, y replaces x replaces y. So this one will be x over negative 7. So first step, make it like x over negative 7. So put negative at the top. Okay, and then equal to log 6 minus 3y. Okay, next part, 6 is a base, power is minus. Okay, so 6 power minus x over 7 equal to minus 3y. Okay, so y will be 6 power negative x over 7 divided by negative 3. So I'll write negative in center here. Okay, so that's supposed to be the answer. Okay, so guys, that's it. Nothing more than that. Okay, so this is what we call inverse of exponential and inverse of log. Okay, after this, the first topic which we start after midterm was trigonometry. So let's start with that. Okay. Okay, guys. So let's talk about the trigonometry first. Okay. So this one first topic which we start with, it was unit circle. So in that case, let's talk about that one because this might take a bit time to review, but still like okay, I need to review that. Otherwise, we cannot go further. Okay. Unit circle. The unit circle is something like any circle with the radius have 1 unit. This can be either is going to be your what you call 1 centimeter, 1 millimeter, 1 kilometer, or whatever. So let me draw a circle here. Okay, so that's the radius, which is that's 1 unit. Okay, so now how to make it bit bigger? Okay, so I think yes, now looks better. A little bit small. Yeah, maybe this. Okay, so let's say if I draw this, that's radius is equal to 1 unit. If I draw this, that's also a radius which is 1 unit. Okay, what I'm going to do now? How to change color? Okay, yeah. If I draw a line from here and makes right angle triangle and make this angle as theta. So let's say this center is C, this is A, and this point is P. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'll just draw this triangle right here. So this is the center, this is A point, this is P point, and this angle is theta. That's the radius, which is 1 unit. And this one is not overall. Let's say this point right there is your N. So Cn is 1, but Cp we don't know. So can we just say X? And this AP we don't know. Can we say just Y? Okay. So now apply sine theta first. So sine theta equal to sine is opposite over the hypotenuse. So Y over 1. So Y become 1 time sine theta. So it means sine theta. Same thing. Using that, can we find what is cos theta? So cos theta will be adjacent over the hypotenuse, which is x over 1. So x become 1 time cos theta. So x is cos theta. So guys, the purpose to explain you this, remember this, any point on a circle, okay, that's given as x and y, but x represent your cos of that angle, y represents sine of that angle, okay. So now, if I am saying, okay, this and one more thing, same on a number line, if we move right side, all positive. If you move left side, all negative. Same on a circle, if we want to make a positive angle, so you have to move counterclockwise. Okay. Nobody is stopping you to move anti-clockwise, oh, sorry, clockwise, but that angle will be minus. Okay. So let's say if you're going to move counterclockwise, then angle need to be positive. Then only angle will be positive. Otherwise, it's going to be negative if you move clockwise. Okay. So make sure you always move anti-clockwise to make the angle as positive. So this coordinate is written as x comma y. Let's say if this is r, so the x coordinate will be r of cos of this theta, whatever angle, and y will be r of sine theta. But here r is 1, so we can just directly write cos theta and sine theta. Now, if we apply Pythagoras theorem, which is x square plus y square equal to 1 square. Okay, in that case, x value is your cos. So cos square theta plus sine square theta equal to 1. Square is 1. So remember this, that's the basic formula. Okay. Now, using this, we gonna calculate all the trigonometric value in exam and anywhere. Okay, so this is what we need to remember. So let me clear all this first. How to clear all? What? Oh, okay, guys. So now let's look at here. Okay. So now this part again, start now. So let me draw a unit circle again. Okay. So if I draw a unit circle, so that's radius is 1. This time I'm making this angle as 60 degree. So if I join a line, this part, so this and this is same 1 and 1. So it means these opposite of this angle will be the same. So this is 60, that's 60. Basically, this is the triangle, what I'm drawing. To make it more clear, this is the center, this is A, let's say this is B. So C, A and B. So everything is 1, 1, 1. So it means all angle is 60, 60 and 60. So what I'm going to do now, I'll just break it from the center right there. Okay. So I'll write this triangle now. So this one is still 60. After bisecting this angle become 30 because that's a right angle 90. So this is 60, this is 30 and this one is your 90. That's still 1. But this one after bisecting this become half. So apply Pythagoras. What will be this? 1 square minus 1 over 2 square and square root. So that's going to be square root of 3 over 2. Using this you can find what is sine 30, what is cos 30, what is sine 60, what is cos 60. Same thing in this part, if I make this angle as 45 degree. Okay, if I join it here, so this is 90, so this is also 45. So let me draw this triangle right here. Okay, so this is basically this. This is 45, that's 1, that's also 45. Okay, if this is 1, so these two need to be the same. So less because two angles are same. So make it 1 square is equal to x square plus x square. So become 2x square, make it 1. So x square will be 1 over 2. So x will be 1 over root 2, which is root 2 over 2. So using this, you can find sine 45 and cos 45. Okay. And one more thing, let's continue with this. Okay. If there's a unit circle, so this, the radius is 1, 1, 1, and 1. Use the concept of coordinates and write the coordinates here. So this coordinate will be 1, comma 0. This coordinate will be 0, comma 1. This coordinate will be negative 1, comma 0. This coordinate will be 0, comma negative 1. And remember, if you're standing here, you did not move. So S angle will be 0 degree. If you're standing here, angle become 90 degree. If you came here, angle will be 180 degree. You reach here, angle will be 270 degree. And you come back here, angle will be back to 360 degree. Okay, so this is all. So that's how I told you, like X represent your cos of particular angle and Y is sine of that angle. So if somebody says what is cos 0, cos 0 means this value. What is sine 0 is this value, which is same as cos 360 and sine 360. So cos 270 is this, sine 270 is minus 1. Same thing. So in exam, if these two triangle and this circle will be given, with that you can find any value. But from M5 onward, this one you have to remember by yourself. Okay, let's look at some example based on this. So that's whole trigonometry, nothing else. If you can remember this, you don't even need a calculator to calculate any standard value. Okay, let's just stop this and let me open the worksheet based on this. Okay, guys. Okay. Now let's open the worksheet based on this. What we did, finding an exact trigonometric angle. Okay, here you go. Okay, let's look at the first one. Okay, the first part is okay. So guys, now this part we have to find tan 60. So first of all, tan is sine 60 over cos 60. Okay, tan is sine over cos. So sine 60 is root 3 over 2 and cos 60 is half. So if you simplify this, so root 3 will be the final answer. But before proceed further, can you verify the sign of this if it's positive or negative? In first quadrant, sine and cos both going to be positive because sine is y and cos is x. So tan will be also positive. Now, can you look for number 4? Okay. So first of all, this is cos 150. We know only 30, 60, and 45. So what you have to do, find the reference angle, which is from right there. So if you find the reference angle, that's going to be 180 minus 150, that's 30. So instead of that, we find cos 30, which is root 3 over 2. But wait a minute, cos is x, okay? And x quadrant 2 supposed to be negative. So it's need to be negative root 3 over 2, okay? So that's how we calculate, okay? So this is what some multiple choice based on this, nothing else. And let me teach you like some more based on this. Okay. Okay, let's say the problem says sine theta is 1 over 2 and theta can be from 0 degree to 360 degree. What does that mean? This mean is what's supposed to be this angle value where you get sine half. So first of all, sine is y. So sine half can be 30 degree. It need to be positive. Okay, so sine is y will be positive in quadrant 1 and quadrant 2. So if it's 30 quadrant 1, so 30 from here, but we cannot write this 30. We supposed to write 180 minus 30, 150. Okay, so there will be two answers. So something like this can be also there in exam. So make sure you apply the concept carefully. Okay, so let's stop it here. Now, the next part what we learn application of this trigonometric value, which is height and distance. Let's look at some problem based on that, and then that will be all. Okay, let me open the worksheet. There it is. Okay, yes, look at it. So guys, that's the one. So let's talk about this one first. One second. Okay, it's just some mail regarding this recording. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Look at here. So for height and distance, as long as you can make a right angle, you can solve any problem. Okay. So first thing, as soon as you read the problem, try to make the right angle. So what does it say? Okay, and one more thing, angle of elevation. You already know this concept. I taught you well. Angle of elevation when something like when you're looking, when the observer is the lower height and the object will be at the higher height. So let's say something like here. You are here. Okay, this is your eye. Okay. Sorry guys. Sorry about my drawing. Okay, that's your eye, and you're looking something here. Okay, so this is makes whatever this angle is called angle of elevation. But if your eye is here, let's say the observer is here and you're looking some object right there. So this angle with the horizontal axis, that's called angle of depression. Okay, this is angle of elevation, angle of depression, and but this one will be the parallel to this ground level. So this angle will be same as this. Okay, so that's just a quick review. Now let's make the diagram. Clear this all. Okay, the angle of elevation from the elevation of the top of the building, distance 50 kilometers from the foot of the horizontal. The form. Okay, so this is 50. The angle of elevation is 60 degree. Find the height. Okay, done. So that's you're gonna apply tan 60, which is h over 50. Tan 60 is root 3, so h will be 50 root 3. That nothing else. Okay, so that one, the application of this. Let's look at another problem, which is a ladder place again. It reaches top of the wall. The height is 6 meters. The ladder is inclined at 60 degree. Okay, so the height of the wall is already given 6 meters. Okay, and okay, that's the ladder is made 60 degree. What we have to calculate? Find how far the ladder is from the foot. Okay, we have to find x. So again, tan 60 will be 6 over x. So x will be 6 over tan 60. So 6 over root 3. Okay, so we cannot leave the answer like this. Multiply this. So answer will be 6 root 3 over 3. So which is 2 root 3, and whatever the unit is, meter or yep, meter. Even this one supposed to write the unit meter. Okay, so that's how. This one was the basic. From this worksheet, I told you only multiple choice problem might be there in exam. We did one more extended part of this. From there will be the writing part. Okay, so let's look at that one also, and then we can continue to the next part. Next one. So let's stop this one first. Okay, guys. So this is the one. What? Okay, guys. Just think about this. We'll practice 1 and 2 and think about this and just try to make the diagram. As long as you can make a diagram, you can do it. We have practiced this one during class. So let's think about this. Okay. What? Okay. So guys, here the level of the ground and 30 degree. Okay. And on moving 20-meter near the angle of elevation. Okay, let's say here you go. Okay, so angle of okay is something like this. Okay, on the level of ground, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 30 degree. Okay, so let's say you're making this angle is 30 degree, and after this, what's happening? Moving 20 meter nearer. Okay, so the angle of elevation gets 45 degree. Okay, so this become 45 degree. What you have to find the height of the tower. Okay, so this distance is 20. Let's say this distance is x, and we have to find the height. Let it be h. Take the small triangle. So you write tan 45 is equal to h over x. So it means it gives tan 45 is 1. It means h is equal to h. Done. Now take the bigger one. So the bigger one is okay. Okay. So the bigger one, tan 30 equal to, that's going to be, this is x, this is 20, and that's h. H over x plus 20. But we know what is x. X is h. So replace this one by h value. So h plus 20. Tan 30 is 1 over root 3. 1 over root 3 h over h plus 20. Now cross multiply. So I'll write it here. H plus 20 multiply with 1. That's become 1. And h multiply with root 3. So root 3h. And then we have to calculate h. Take it here. So root 3h minus h. Root 3s minus h. Okay, pull out h. Root 3 minus 1 equal to 20. So h will be 20 divided by root 3 minus 1, and then multiply top and bottom by root 3 plus 1. Or you can leave it here, but if you leave it here, I'll not give you full point. Nobody will give you full point because we cannot leave the rational number at the bottom. Okay, so we multiply by the conjugate of this. We rationalize this. Sorry, this is minus. Okay. So this become a square minus b square. So that's become 3 minus 1, that's 2. So 20 divided by 2 will be 10. Root 3 plus 1. Done. You don't have calculator, you can leave it your answer here. Now think about the next one, and then we can stop this one here and continue to the next topic. Okay, guys, can I clear this one? Can you make the diagram for the next one? Okay, let's clear this all. Okay, let's look at the next part. The angle of elevation top of two vertical tower are seen from the middle point line joining the tower. Third. Okay. Find the ratio of the tower side. Okay, let's say one is bigger, one is smaller from the center. So you are right here. You are here. So if this is x, so that's also x. From the center, one you showing. Okay. So this one, the smaller one will be 45, and this one will be your 60, and this is 45. Okay, let's say smaller one write as the small h, capital one, and the bigger one write as a capital H. So mhm, this is small h, this one is capital H. Okay, let's talk about 1045 first. 1045 gives you small h over x. So 45 is 1, so h is equal to x. Now let's go for the next part, which is 1060. So 1060 is, that's going to give you capital H over x, which is root 3. Okay, so that's become root 3x is equal to h. Now we have to find the ratio of capital H divided by small h. So which is, capital H is root 3x over, that's just a x and x gone. So we left with root 3 over 1. Okay, so capital H to h, the ratio will be root 3 is to 1. Done. Okay, nothing else. So something like this can be there in exam, but guys, I cannot review everything. You know, the next phase even bit more complicated problem, but I told you in class, if you can make the diagram, you can do it. Okay, and in maths, there is a step marking for each and everything. As long as you can make the diagram, you still get the point. You can calculate part of it, you still get the point. But if the first part is wrong, then everything will be wrong, then no point at all. Okay, so practice accordingly, and if any problem, discuss with your friends, or nobody can answer, or if you're not satisfied with that answer which you getting from your friend, you can just send me a live message. Okay, so let's stop it here, go for next part. Okay, so what was the next topic after this? Okay, okay, now next part, let me open the worksheet first. Okay, oh, next part is circle. Okay, okay, yeah, I was just completely forget about that. Okay, let's just open circle first. Okay, guys, next part was circle. Okay, for circle, like, okay, I told you how to write a equation of circle. The first part is, if there is a circle and center is given h and k, and the point on a circle is x and y, so equation of circle is given as, and the radius is r. So x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. Okay, so based on this information is given, let's calculate this one. Okay, so let's, okay, so center is already given. So x minus 2 whole square plus y minus of, is it minus? Yeah, minus 5. So that's become plus 5 equal to r square. So to find r, we calculate the distance from here to here. So how do we calculate that? The difference between x coordinate, difference between the y coordinate, and square them, add them. So which is minus 7 minus 2 minus 9 That's the difference of x coordinate. -1 minus of -5, so +5. So that one will be 4 square. So that's 81 plus 16. So the distance will be 97. Actual distance will be square root of 97. But we need only the square value. So we write 97. Done. Okay. So based on this, one problem will be there in exam. Okay. Let's look at the another part. Something like, okay, something like this. Center is given, area is given. So center will be, okay, so equation will be x plus 15 whole square, y minus 3 root 7 whole square equal to r square. To find r square, we use the area. Area is pi r square, which is given as 2 pi. Pi and pi gone, so r square is 2. We don't need r, we need r square, so which is 2. Done. Okay, something like, let's say this one. Center is given, so x minus of minus 2 will be plus 2 square plus y minus 12 square equal to r square. How do you find the r? Center is given -2 and 12. And the equation of tangent is passing through -5, x equal to -5. So compare with the x coordinate, how far did you move? Answer is 3 unit. So will be 3 square, which is 9. Done. And guys, one problem, something like this, is there in your exam where you have to find the center, convert this equation into the standard form, find the center, find the radius. To do that, you have to use the concept of semester 1, the way we complete a square. Remember, we learned circle and we know how to complete a square. So let's apply that one. Look at the first part. Okay. So for this, you write everything together. So you write x variable together and y variable together, number other side. So we write x square mine plus 8x, and then bring y square from that side to this side. So will be x y square minus 2y, leave 64 other side. Now complete a square. So we do that. We write x plus half of b square, immediately minus 16. So minus 16, I'll make it plus that side. Y minus 1 square, half of this b value, and immediately minus square of minus 1, which is 1. So I'll add it here. So 64 plus 16 and plus 1. So this number will give you, how much is that? 17. 7 and 4, 11, 1, 1 here, 1, 1, 2, 2 and 6, 8, 81. Okay, so for this, now, so that's the standard form for this. Now using this, you can tell me what is the radius, what is the center. So radius will be square root of 91, which is 9, and center is minus 4 comma 1. Done. Okay. So that's how that was the topic which we talk about. This is writing equation of circle and finding the radius and center. And after this, the previous class which we did was finding an intersection between line and circle, writing the equation of tangent, and intersection between two circles. That was the last worksheet which we did in the class. So that one, if I start doing it here, it will take a long time, guys. I think you already have the answer. I'll just show you the worksheet, which one I'm talking about. Okay, let me quickly open that. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. So this is the one we did. Okay, for 4-2, I did it yesterday because I'm recording this lesson on Friday. Okay, so this one you're already aware of. Okay, you have all the answer. It will take a long time to give this answer again. You have everything in the Google Classroom, but still, if any doubt, okay, you can ask me. Okay, so that was the last worksheet. And what else left? Okay, let's just mm, okay, let's just quickly open exam content. Okay, absolute value function and graphing. Okay, so let me open that one quickly and then absolute value. Okay, here you go. Yeah, that's the last topic, and then we are done. Okay, to graph absolute function, we need to write a standard equation, which is a bracket x minus h plus k. H and k is the point where the graph gonna start, maximum or minimum coordinate. Okay, and if a is more than 1, it opens upward. A is less than 1, which is negative, it opens downward. So that's the coordinate h and k. If you compare first one, h is 1 and k is 0. So 1 comma 0 where the graph gonna start. Okay, and after this, randomly put one x value in here, left side or right side. Okay, let me put 2 here. So 2 minus 1, 1. Absolute of 1 is still 1. So at 2 value is 1. So same thing, if you do it from a center, you move 1 unit right, you move 1 unit left. So you move it here. And after this, what you're supposed to do? You just use a ruler. So in exam, don't forget to bring the ruler and join it. Done. Nothing else. Okay. Now, you, if you understand, can you just look at number 4 quickly because it's downward. Yes. What's gonna be the vertex? 2 comma 0. So 2 comma 0 is right here. And then let's put 1 here. So 1 minus 2 minus 1. Absolute of minus 1 is positive 1, but there is still minus, so it's minus. See here, and so 3 will be also minus 1. And then use a ruler and join it. See, that's downward. A value is negative right there. Okay, so that's how we do it. Let's look at some complicated one, and that's it. We can stop it now. The complicated one. Okay. Okay, guys. Look at problem number. Look at number 7. Here you go. So for this one, that's not in a standard form. Okay, so to convert into standard form, we need to make x coefficient as 1. So how do we do that? Pull out 2. So let it be minus 2 absolute 2 out. What? So pull out 2. So x plus 1 absolute plus 4. And this 2, bring it out. So outside absolute is still 2. So that's become minus 4 and x plus 1 and plus 4. So the h and k will be minus 1 comma 4. So you're gonna graph it with minus at minus 1 and 4 right there. And that's going to be downward. Can we put, let's put 0 there. So if I put 0 here, if x 0, y will be 0 2 because this makes 0. So it's become 2. Absolute of 2 is 2. So 2 times negative 2, negative 4 and plus 4. So we'll give you 0 right there. So you move, so minus 2 will give you 0. And after this, use a ruler, you can cover whole graph. Okay. So it's something like use a ruler, so you will get all the coordinate exact because that's a straight line. Okay. So guys, something like this will be there in exam, nothing else. So with this, we cover everything, nothing left. Now you can quickly look at your exam content one more time. Okay guys, so here you go. So now we have covered inverse function, inverse of exponent, inverse of log, concept of circle, trigonometry, standard angle, sine, cosine, tangent, the problem on based on height and distance, the easy one, hard one, circle, equation of circle, tangent, and absolute function. So guys, nothing is there. So that's it. All the very best. Now, see you next week. Okay, I don't know when you're gonna get this video. I'll just give it to admin. And but whenever you see this one, I think this will help you to review for the exam. Okay, let's keep it till here, guys. See you then. Bye. Stop recording.